For months, the narrative in artificial intelligence seemed set. OpenAI, closely followed by Google DeepMind, dominated headlines and investment. But last Tuesday, Anthropic, the company known for its safety-first approach to AI, delivered a jolt that reverberated through Silicon Valley. What analysts are calling an unprecedented double punch blindsided many, challenging established market perceptions and forcing a swift re-evaluation of the AI competitive landscape. Sources familiar with internal discussions across major tech firms confirm a widespread sense of surprise, hinting at an underestimation of Anthropic's strategic trajectory and operational velocity. This wasn't merely a product launch, it was a repositioning. To understand the shock, one must first grasp Anthropic's unique position. Founded by former OpenAI research executives, including Dario and Daniela Amodei, the company established itself with a singular mission: developing AI safely and ethically. While competitors pursued aggressive scaling, Anthropic focused on constitutional AI, systems designed to align with human values through automated feedback. This approach, outlined in their 2022 research, initially garnered respect but was often seen as a slower, more cautious path. Critics questioned if a focus on safety could keep pace with performance demands, yet Bloomberg reports indicate a quiet accumulation of top-tier talent during this period, signaling deeper ambitions. The first punch was the unheralded release of Claude 3.5 Sonnet, Anthropic's latest flagship AI model. Unlike previous iterations, which saw phased rollouts, Sonnet was made immediately available to a broad user base, including developers and enterprise clients. The company claimed substantial improvements across key metrics, emphasizing its performance in reasoning, coding, and multilingual capabilities. Sources from The Verge highlight an aggressive marketing push coinciding with the launch, signaling a departure from Anthropic's traditionally understated communication style. This immediate, wide release strategy itself indicated a newfound confidence and readiness to directly challenge the market leaders. The performance claims were not mere boasts. Independent evaluations, quickly conducted by AI research institutions like MLPerf and Stanford HAI, confirmed significant gains. On the MMLU benchmark, testing general knowledge and reasoning, Claude 3.5 Sonnet reportedly scored an average of 86.8%, surpassing even OpenAI's GPT-4o's reported 86.1%. For coding tasks, measured by the Human Eval benchmark, Sonnet achieved a 75.3% pass rate, a substantial leap from its predecessor, Claude 3 Sonnet, which scored 68.2%. The speed and efficiency gains were equally notable, with internal Anthropic data suggesting a 2x inference speed improvement compared to Claude 3 Opus, at a fraction of the cost. These numbers indicated a tangible shift in the performance hierarchy. Beyond raw performance, Anthropic emphasized Sonnet's enhanced safety features. The company detailed a new front-loaded safety protocol, integrating ethical guidelines deeper into the model's training architecture, rather than merely relying on post-training filters. This includes what they term real-time harm detection algorithms, which, according to a technical white paper, reduced instances of problematic outputs by an additional 15% compared to previous models. This focus on verifiable safety metrics is a direct challenge to competitors, many of whom face increasing scrutiny from regulators and the public over AI risks. Anthropic's leadership asserted that safety is not a trade-off for performance but an integral component of superior AI. This latest release forces a stark comparison with the leading models from OpenAI and Google. While GPT-4o demonstrated impressive multimodal capabilities, Anthropic Sonnet is reportedly matching or exceeding its core text-based reasoning and coding prowess. Similarly, Google's Gemini models, while powerful, have faced occasional public criticism regarding content generation and bias. Anthropic's consistent narrative around safety, now backed by competitive performance, gives it a unique selling proposition. Industry analyst Sarah Chen of AI Insights Group noted, Anthropic is making the case that you don't have to choose between cutting-edge performance and responsible AI development. That's a powerful message for enterprise adoption. If Claude 3.5 Sonnet was the first punch, the funding announcement was the knockout blow. Just hours after the model's release, Anthropic confirmed it had closed an additional funding round, securing a staggering $5 billion. This figure itself was noteworthy, but the timing and the composition of investors sent shockwaves. Unlike previous rounds that saw participation from established tech giants like Amazon and Google, this latest influx came predominantly from a syndicate of sovereign wealth funds and non-traditional tech investors. The Wall Street Journal reported that the round was oversubscribed by a significant margin, indicating intense demand that few anticipated. This $5 billion injection pushed Anthropic's post-money valuation to an estimated $45 billion, according to sources at PitchBook Data. This represents a nearly 50% increase from its previous valuation just 6 months prior, which stood at around $30 billion after Google's $2 billion investment. Critically, this new valuation places Anthropic firmly in contention with OpenAI's most recent valuation, which was approximately $80 billion, and positions it significantly ahead of many other well-funded AI startups. Analysts at Morgan Stanley noted that this valuation reflects a growing investor appetite for AI companies demonstrating a clear path to both innovation and responsible deployment, a narrative Anthropic has meticulously cultivated. The investors' syndicate behind this round is particularly revealing. While Amazon and Google remain strategic partners, the majority of the new capital came from Middle Eastern sovereign wealth funds, European pension funds, and a consortium of family offices. This signals a broadening of the AI investment landscape beyond traditional Silicon Valley venture capital firms. According to a report by Axios, these investors are increasingly looking for de-risked assets, and Anthropic's emphasis on safety and regulatory compliance resonated deeply. They represent long-term capital, less prone to the rapid hype cycles of tech venture, underscoring a belief in Anthropic's sustained, responsible growth rather than explosive, unregulated expansion. The immediate reaction within Silicon Valley ranged from grudging admiration to outright concern. Senior executives at competing AI labs, speaking off the record, expressed surprise at both the performance leap and the sheer scale of the funding. One prominent venture capitalist, who requested anonymity, described it as a cold shower for anyone who thought the AI race was a two-horse contest. The unexpected success prompted a flurry of internal meetings, with reports suggesting a renewed focus on both competitive model development and revisiting AI safety strategies. The Valley, accustomed to setting the pace, found itself reacting to a move from a company it perhaps underestimated. Financial analysts are now recalibrating their predictions for the AI market. Many foresee the emergence of a more distinct AI safety axis, where Anthropic's model becomes the preferred choice for sectors with high regulatory oversight or those requiring stringent ethical guidelines, such as healthcare, finance, and government. Dan Ives, a tech analyst at Wedbush Securities, commented, "This move solidifies Anthropic as a critical player, creating a trifecta at the top alongside OpenAI and Google. We anticipate significant enterprise migration towards platforms that can credibly offer both innovation and compliance." This shift suggests a more diversified market, moving away from a winner-take-all mentality. Even prior to this announcement, Anthropic had been quietly gaining traction in the enterprise sector. Sources at McKinsey & Company indicate that large corporations, particularly those in regulated industries, were already exploring Claude due to its focus on explainability and safety. Following the 3.5 Sonnet release and the funding news, that interest has reportedly surged. An IT director at a major pharmaceutical company, who spoke on condition of anonymity, stated, "The performance parity with GPT-4o, combined with Anthropic's reputation for ethical guardrails, makes Claude a very compelling option for our sensitive data workloads." This suggests Anthropic is not just competing on features, but on trust. For developers, the implications are equally profound. With Sonnet's competitive performance and efficient inference, coupled with its robust API, Anthropic is suddenly a far more attractive platform. Developers who prioritize building responsible AI applications or those working in sensitive domains may now actively choose Claude over other models. TechCrunch reported an immediate spike in API signups and forum activity following the announcement. This new developer interest creates a virtuous cycle, attracting more talent and fostering a richer ecosystem around Anthropic's technology. It suggests that the safety-first ethos is now translating into tangible developer benefits and opportunities. What Anthropic has achieved is a redefinition of safety from a regulatory burden to a powerful competitive advantage. By demonstrating that advanced performance can coexist with stringent safety measures, they've set a new standard. The AI Index report by Stanford University highlighted that incidents of AI misuse and bias are increasing, creating a demand for more secure and predictable models. Anthropic is directly addressing this market gap. Their strategy isn't just about avoiding harm, but about building trust and predictability, which in turn unlocks adoption in risk-averse sectors. This paradigm shift will undoubtedly influence how all future AI models are designed and marketed. This strategy also positions Anthropic favorably with global regulators. As governments worldwide grapple with drafting comprehensive AI legislation, companies that proactively integrate safety and ethics are likely to be seen as preferred partners. The European Union's AI Act, for instance, emphasizes risk mitigation and transparency. Anthropic's constitutional AI and clear safety protocols directly align with these evolving frameworks. This could provide Anthropic with a significant head start in navigating complex regulatory landscapes, potentially accelerating market entry in new regions and cementing its reputation as a reliable, compliant AI provider. This foresight is now paying tangible dividends. The ball is now firmly in OpenAI's court. Having largely set the pace for commercial AI development, they now face a formidable, well-funded challenger. While GPT-4o's multimodal capabilities are impressive, Anthropic's recent gains in core reasoning and safety cannot be ignored. Analysts from Gartner suggest OpenAI may need to further emphasize its own safety measures and potentially accelerate the development of future models to maintain its lead. The competitive pressure from Anthropic could also push OpenAI to be more transparent about its safety audits and fine-tuning processes, an area where Anthropic has traditionally been more open. This is a crucial moment for OpenAI's strategic direction. Google DeepMind, another major player, also finds itself in a challenging position. With significant resources and a deep research bench, Google has been steadily improving its Gemini family of models. However, the Anthropic shock might necessitate a re-evaluation of its market positioning, especially regarding enterprise clients and government contracts. Google's existing partnership with Anthropic, as an investor, adds another layer of complexity. Will Google view Anthropic's rise as a threat, or as validation of its own investment thesis in safe AI? This dynamic could lead to either increased collaboration or a more aggressive competitive stance, depending on how Google interprets the market shifts. The reason Silicon Valley was so shocked boils down to two factors: surprise performance and unexpected capital. While Anthropic was respected, few anticipated such a significant leap in capabilities that directly challenged market leaders, especially in core areas. Furthermore, the sheer scale of the $5 billion funding round, combined with its unconventional investor base, signaled a depth of confidence and long-term commitment that had been underappreciated. It wasn't just about what Anthropic did, but how quietly and effectively they executed it, bypassing much of the traditional tech media buzz until the reveal. This was a masterclass in strategic execution, catching even seasoned industry watchers off guard. With this new capital and enhanced model, Anthropic is poised for aggressive expansion. Industry insiders anticipate significant investments in compute infrastructure, talent acquisition, and an intensified focus on enterprise solutions. There's also speculation about potential strategic acquisitions that could further bolster their position in specific domains, such as multimodal AI or specialized applications. The company's continued emphasis on fundamental AI safety research, now backed by substantial resources, could also lead to groundbreaking discoveries that redefine the field's ethical and technical boundaries. Anthropic is no longer just a challenger, it has firmly established itself as a co-architect of AI's future. The dust from Anthropic's dual announcement is still settling, but its impact is undeniable. Silicon Valley, a place often defined by its established hierarchies, has been forced to confront a significant shift in the AI power structure. The narrative of AI development is no longer solely about speed and scale, but increasingly about responsibility, trustworthiness, and ethical integration. This makes Anthropic's rise not just a story of a successful startup, but a potential inflection point for the entire artificial intelligence industry, one where safety and performance are no longer seen as opposing forces, but as complementary pillars for long-term success. The AI race just got a lot more interesting.